let me take a step back. What the DAO report was is the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. They raised money to do a project that was supposed to be a new type of corporate governance mechanism. And there was some sort of issue and there was a hack. And the hack led to, I think, something, let's say $75 million worth of Ethereum or the like. I'm not exactly sure, being taken or stolen. And to my understanding, what happened is that led to a fork occurring on the Ethereum network. And that's how you have the creation of, my understanding is Ethereum Classic is the people who didn't go with the fork, and then you have normal Ethereum continuing there.
Exactly.
But
and
with the DAO, what ends up happening is,
and this DAO was sort of set up to be a sort of like a venture capital fund, a little venture capital fund that was like operating in a DAO manner, completely decentralized. A lot of people within Ethereum, like including the Ethereum funders, had like funds in there, which made it like extra suspicious for those people that didn't agree with the fork, that they were forking things away to like dilute, to sort of like cancel out what happened within the DAO and with the hack and all that. They basically reversed back as if it never happened, which made a lot of people angry, which then like raised the concerns and led to this report by the SEC that you're mentioning.
Yeah, I mean, going to the point you're making, because you understand the crux of the specific issues that are important, is the question is like, would that have occurred had it been not related to the Ethereum founders? Because then it becomes a question of control over the network and really the idea of decentralization of a larger idea. Now, like, listen, like my assessment and like my real assessment is that the Ethereum guys are probably like the best guys in the industry, some of the best guys, because they've done an excellent job. But that's not relevant to what we're talking about in the security sense, because this is where the SEC comes in, and this is their first, like, I would argue, the first big release in this space. And they've had minor ones before that, but they basically say is that anyone involved with the life cycle of a digital asset could implicate the federal securities laws. And specifically what it says is, depending on the facts and circumstances, the activities related to, at the time it wasn't called digital assets, but whatever we want to say, tokens, could implicate the federal securities laws. Now, if you cut through the legalese there, what they really said is that a good percentage of, and this is my interpretation, this is not an official interpretation, but a good percentage, arguably a very high percentage of digital assets activities and related activities and processes implicate the federal securities laws. If you take a step deeper in sort of that analysis, what you're saying is that digital assets are often federal securities, or often securities. And if that happens, what that means is that there needs to be compliant mechanisms for the issuance, the trading, the clearance, settlement, and custody of digital assets under federal securities laws. So what ends up happening with us is, after the DAO report came out, we were like, oh, this is wonderful. It's always been our thesis that the federal securities laws in the United States were the regulations that were going to allow digital assets to be a mainstream asset class. And this was the first time that there was a clear indicator that that's the way it was going to go. July 2017, we start Prometheum. And the idea there is to create an ecosystem that allows for the issuance, trading, clearance, settlement, and processing. And you're trying to integrate the investor protections and the regulations attended to the federal securities laws into your ecosystem, no problem. But the other side of that is that the federal securities laws can allow for a digital asset to both be a compliant financial instrument, but also maintain its utility of the distributed economy. And I use this like the easiest example, because it's a known use case, is Filecoin. Filecoin issued a Reg D security. Therefore, they're a security. But a Filecoin token, right? IPFS, I think it is, right? Like, maybe I'm messing up the name. But anywho,
I don't know the ticker either.
Anywho, what it basically allowed, am I right or am I not?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. If I'm not right, take this out, Carlos. But when you look at Filecoin is both a security, but it also has a utility in the distributed economy. So it allows people to store data on the Filecoin blockchain, right? So it needs, in order for digital assets to really to be allowed to be what they are and to be compliant in what they are, there needs to be a mechanism both for it to be a compliant financial instrument, but also for it to maintain its utility value, its ability to be used in different blockchains and different networks. And basically Prometheum, I think, provides a mechanism for that. And I think that's super important because we're seeing this conflation between an investable asset, but an asset that actually allows you to do something as well.